Hello everybody, and thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of Tell Me Why by Madex. Today we have a very special guest. She is a professional belly dancing queen and a performance artist and a very dear friend of ours. Woo-hoo. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Arya
Bahadori. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me, both of you.
Honored to have you here today.
You guys are awesome. I love you guys both dearly.
We love you back.
And I'm happy to be here.
Yes. What are some of your biggest fears in life? Your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is probably just believing in myself. And you just be confident and just tell yourself, just don't second guess. Yeah.
So you're a dancer, right?
I am a dancer.
So how do you feel when you're dancing?
Dancing, I feel like I'm living in that moment. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm pretty much, a lot of people seeing in me, they basically just see the happiness like in myself, and they already know that, okay, you're not thinking about anything right now, you're just having a good time, and you're living. That's what they call it. You're living right now, instead of second guessing yourself.
And the fear that you just talked about when you're dancing, it's not there. It's gone.
It's not there. It's gone.
Isn't that fascinating? How
very fascinated. Very.
When do you have this second guessing emotion? Or
probably when I'm either, I think, not listening to music. Because whenever I'm either in the car or dancing, I'm literally like, that energy or whatever I'm not thinking is gone.
So when the music's off, your thoughts increase?
Yeah, I think so. I think so sometimes, yeah.
So what type of music do you like to listen to then?
I listen a lot to Persian and Arabic music. There is some pop music from like Pitbull and like
Pitbull, luego.
Pitbull, like kind of like, I know the Hispanic culture, they have some of this reggaeton music. Ooh, very fun. Yeah, so kind of old school music, or like, you know, looking back, some throwback Justin Timberlake, you know, the Destiny's Child.
Justin Timberlake is very close to my heart.
Right?
I've seen him live 3 times.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. I know, he's awesome.
He's phenomenal.
He's awesome. So like those like 90s music, pop music that we grow up with, and
definitely.
Yeah.
Who is Arya?
Arya is a beautiful woman. Inside has a beautiful soul, and I love my friends and love to be there for anyone that I can do. All I can do is my best. We're all not perfect out there, obviously, but
we are. I mean, I'm perfect, but that's
but I just do my best to be a good friend to anyone, and I think that's what Arya means as a person, is just to be a good-hearted, good, loyal friend to someone. And with my transition, I'm like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to change my name, because I really love my name, and it's
a beautiful name, Arya.
Thank you. And it could be unisex too.
Yeah.
Tell
us a bit about your life. So you are Persian, and you're Persian that you almost gave a heart attack to your mom 3 times.
Yes.
Almost.
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 Wait, let's see. So what were these times? Okay.
3 times. So in middle school, that's when you came out as a gay man.
Yes. I totally forgot to say this in the Farsi, but I would say this there. Basically, when I came out, I posted an ad on Craigslist.
That I'm gay?
Wait a minute.
What?
What was the headlines?
We are not.
I am gay.
I'm
sorry.
I can't with Madex.
Okay, go on.
Calling all gay community.
So I went on Craigslist.
Don't do that.
No.
I really want to know what this ad said.
Okay.
So I think what this ad had said was I was just kind of just being descriptive because back then Craigslist you could hook up back then, but now I don't think they.
Wow. This is new to me.
Online dating on Craigslist.
Hook up. I thought like
It was a
pick
hookup.
up a vacuum or
I know.
like I don't know, sell something.
Tell us more. Please enlighten us.
Guys,
Okay,
I
this
just
is
learned
getting
something
very
new.
interesting.
I'm
Okay.
gonna grab my wine. And
Oh my God! Let's grab another one.
Yeah.
Cheers.
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 Craigslist ads.
Craigslist. Oh my God!
Okay, so
Thought you just bought and sold. on Craigslist.
I can't laugh and drink, or else I'm gonna just snort. So, what I remember was I made an ad to hook up with some guy. It was like, hi, kind of put in my description, like my height. What?
This should be a movie.
I created an ad.
Yeah,
Like you said, I'm looking for a guy. Did you say what was it?
No, so I
6'5".
I was explaining how like I was, like my weight, height, and all that stuff. and
Okay,
kinda
like
describing
your
me.
profile.
Yes.
Okay.
It was like a post, and then I actually put my phone number on there.
Tommy.
Yeah, like this.
This was around probably middle school time.
What age? What year was it? 2000.
2000,
Like
maybe
early
9.
2000?
No,
Oh.
not 9. Sorry, there's
5 or
maybe
6.
7 or 8. 2000
2007.
or 8,
Okay.
maybe beginning 9, maybe beginning of my freshman year.
So you put the ad with your own profile.
And then I put my number on there, which probably I shouldn't.
Okay.
And what had happened was my dad's youngest brother.
Found the Craigslist.
He found my ad and basically. So Muhammad, my uncle basically went behind my back, which was kind of, I wish he didn't, and wish he came up to me.
Yeah, of course.
And then went through like the whole family, and in a way that was them showing everyone my advertisement.
Coming out.
Wow. Coming out from Craigslist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Craigslist coming
That's
out.
what I forgot. Like I was like, shit.
This isn't Netflix. Seriously, Netflix. This is hilarious. Terrible. Obviously, I feel so bad for what happened.
Yeah.
But wow. So it was kind of like an intervention because he was doing all of these discussions
'Cause, like-
behind your back.
Yeah.
And they all came to you at once, or?
And they saw my ad, and
Yeah.
I guess my ad had said some little bit dirty stuff, like what I was looking for, because you put I like to kiss,
Yeah.
I like oral, and
So
all that
nice.
stuff.
I
I know.
It's like Tinder for Craigslist.
It's like
Yeah.
that when I was back then, but they don't do it anymore. And they have like new websites now, but that time,
Wow.
basically, that was when they all the family.
How did you feel?
I was probably, I don't know. I was just probably like speechless. Probably a good word to say.
Imagine we didn't try it. We never saw your ad. Did you ever find a boy through Craigslist?
Yeah, what happened with the numbers?
So at the end, yeah, there was some numbers, and yeah, I did hook up with some guy.
Oh, you did hook up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Successful.
yeah, but that coming out story of me with my uncle, it
First, almost heart attack to mother.
hard. Yeah, yeah, that was the first.
Back then was he, so you came
Yeah.
out as a
Gay.
gay man in middle school. And then you started belly dancing.
I started belly dancing, and my parents, like my mom, all my mom's friends, like, don't do that, don't dance, because they like,
man dancing, belly dancing.
yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
Wow.
Or like, hey, or I heard, people are looking at your social media dancing, and they follow you, like, don't do that, And then thirdly is
And the
me.
third one was that in COVID, Arya just realized that she's a trans woman.
Yes.
Tell us more about that. We can backward. We get to know
Yeah.
about the Craigslist.
All right, okay, I'm here now. All right.
So what happened? So you mentioned in COVID, what happened? How did you realize?
So COVID, you had time for yourself. So I had time for myself, and I just basically thought to myself who I was and getting to know myself. And then there was obviously a lot of things on social media, and then I had this app that kind of, you can do.
Everything is an app. This was not Craigslist.
This
No,
one,
it's a new app.
now it's an app, not Craigslist. And
What was the name of that?
Face app, or
Face app,
yeah,
okay.
Face app or Facetune, something like that. And I realized when I made myself to a girl, I looked at myself clearly, and I thought, wow, it's like I'm looking in a mirror. They look like this is probably this is in me, and this is who I am as a person. So that was when kind of I thought to myself more and more, I'm like, it's a little bit, I know it sounds so crazy, but at the same time it realized for me that this was, I think, a choice that I think I definitely thought about and I wanted to do. And I'm going through the journey right now.
It's amazing. It's just fascinating how powerful to look at yourself, and it's like as if that I'm looking into the mirror.
The mirror, yeah, that statement.
26 years of my life,
Yeah.
I
And
was
you-
looking differently, and now I am.
Yeah, so you didn't think about it at all as a child, or
No, not at all.
and you weren't uncomfortable being a man growing up, or didn't feel.
Really, yeah, no,
you know?
I was very feminine, very, very feminine, but don't get me wrong, everyone can have their femininity
Yeah,
and
of course.
masculinity. I was just very, I guess maybe born and raised with my mom mostly, and my dad was there. They were not divorced, but mostly me and my older brother, we had our mom there to raise us a lot.
Okay.
And we just pretty much I grew up and raised by her, and don't get me wrong, raised by my dad too, but I feel like a lot was with my mom, and I think it made me who I was growing up today, and learning about myself more and who I was as a person. But deep down I know that both of my parents, they love me and all that stuff, but definitely it was challenges for sure. Should doctors have the right to refuse treating a patient based on moral, ethical, or religious backgrounds? And I think that they shouldn't refuse on any of the moral, ethnic, or religious backgrounds, because at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all the same.
That's right.
Obviously, we come from different cultures, backgrounds, but at the end of the day, we're human.
Should there be some sort of punishment for doctors who don't want to do it?
I think so.
I
Probably.
think, yes.
Or
I mean,
some-
there should be a significant, I think like first time should be a really huge fine,
Yeah.
and then you're terminated. That's it. You have no
You're a
license.
doctor. Why do you care what I want?
Your job is literally to treat a human being.
As long as I'm
Period.
not harming my legs, if I am changing, if I'm doing any sort of surgery, why would you?
It
Why
doesn't
would you have
make
an opinion?
sense.
Exactly.
No, like you literally became a doctor. It wasn't based off of man, woman, animal. Like this is what you studied, and this is what you're supposed to do in society.
And the reason you put this question is because there are doctors who they refuse.
Yes, there is
surgery.
by law an example of a state that did pass a bill was Arkansas, where a doctor can refuse to treat any LGBTQ person. They come in, they have their legs shot, they can say no.
Wow.
That's very sad.
In 2000, I just read this article today. So this is something that has happened recently. It's not like,
And everyone, so all LGBTQ, like if I go there, I'm like, I'm dying, doctor. I was like, you're gay.
yeah, if they think, literally, if they think, if I go in, any of us, if they think we're gay, then we don't, they say, oh, based on my religion, I'm not treating you.
And what religion is that? Christian.
Homophobia?
Maybe I think Christianity.
yeah.
No, not a special religion. Okay.
Yeah, but it's absolutely ridiculous.
Lawmaker, whomever is listening to this, doctors should not have a choice of who to treat.
Who
they
to
want
treat and not to treat. You know?
Yes.
Not based on the sexuality or whatever their religion.
Or the moral, religion.
It's the same.
background.
It's the same as a building is burning down and the firefighter gets there
You're gay.
and they say you're gay. You know what? I'm not gonna give you water.
You have a rainbow flag.
That doesn't make
and I'm not
any
gonna do
sense.
It does not make any sense.
that. It does not.
Oh wow. Social media has become a global platform for people to have a voice. However, the more followers you have, the more you are able to monetize from your platform. Are we as a society going in the wrong direction with social media? Ooh.
Where do we begin, everyone?
So I'm gonna, I guess, it has its pros and cons, I would say, because some people look up to social media and some things that they want to follow, and they go after that, and they just go straight to that, and they say, no, you know, if this person is doing it, then you know what, there's no problem, so I'm gonna like do it too.
It can be educational.
It can be educational too.
Yeah.
For to help for everyone out there. The con, I mean, I would say some people might say like, oh, that person influenced you or something like that, or you just like, you shouldn't be doing that just because, like, you know, this is what I hear a lot. And maybe when I heard them when I was little, if someone jumps off the bridge, are you gonna go jump off the bridge too? And that's
Mom
what
used to say that.
Yeah. And
So you're getting influenced by social media?
I think in a way we all
I feel
do.
like we all do, and it could be a good way and like not the best way, but I think we all have our moments and times and like that, because like, I don't know, plastic surgery, you know, everyone's like, I don't like my nose, or like, I don't like this.
They're comparing a lot
Yeah.
on social media.
Yeah.
I know. So earlier you mentioned, I asked you if you go on a date, and you said that no, because you think if you go on a date, they believe you should look like a Barbie.
A Barbie.
Where do you get this perspective?
Yeah.
So, one is in my head. Two is whenever I look on social media and have either trans women go through this process, or even just in general ladies that they do like a lot of Botox fillers. I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel like I am in that category too, and I love, oh my god, I want to look like this and that. So I'm part of that too, but I know I've heard a lot of good people or good friends of mine that says, you know, you should love yourself, or try to love your own skin and like your whole, you know, just what made you, you know, you shouldn't be getting something like plastic surgeon or this and that and that. And I'm learning, sometimes I struggle with that, and I'm like, I really want that shape, or kind of like this. So
talk about the shape a little bit, because it's both ways hard. For a woman, a trans man, you can take more hormones so the body gets bigger. I guess it's easier for the body to get bigger.
Testosterone.
I know this is
Right, I think that's
not my area of expertise.
Yeah,
It's just,
Yeah, to get muscle.
For men to make their body shape smaller, it's harder.
yes.
Oh yeah.
So what's the struggle there?
So like one struggle for me would be estrogen, and I know it kind of adds, or adding an extra hormone, whatever it is, it adds weight. So make sure, I need to definitely learn that for myself. Eat good and go work out. And be very, try to, you know, take care of your health. Most important.
It's harder because so it's like you have to have a strict diet as well, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Why are transgender people facing the most amount of discrimination and violence in the LGBTQ community? Very good question. Us transgender women, or just us people, I would say probably we feel scared, kind of not very, we're worried about what people will think about others, and scared and we just want to be accepted at the end of the day. And I think there's some people out there that, since they don't have education, or they haven't learned about it yet or understand it, that's when the questions come in. And then some questions might take it offense to that person possibly, and take it the wrong way, and then it kind of comes to like a conflict in a way, and that's when we kind of feel like you know, either just kind of quiet, shy, and kind of like not being able to be your true self. Like sometimes I would felt like, can I go out all dressed up, dolled up, and just feel comfortable walking and not worrying about
Your
like,
safety.
Yeah, that's
what it is.
Safety.
It's safety.
Feel unsafe?
Sometimes in certain places, yeah, I would
And
say.
had you experienced that unsafety before transitioning?
Before, no. This is actually new.
Interesting.
Going through this, yeah.
And if you just tap into it, what's that emotion? It's just that if you are scared that someone may attack you, or you just may not be.
Either attack me or look at me in a very odd way. I know sometimes us females in general, or everyone, we kind of get a little nervous, and sometimes we like to distract ourselves, like we're pretending we're talking on the phone, and we're just trying to walk to our destination or going where you are, because you're just like, you don't have that confidence in you to walk and just.
Yes, welcome to the club, by the way.
I know.
We've been experiencing this for a long time. So
I know, right?
Has it been a time that you've been in an elevator or somewhere that you just felt like there was a man that you just like you didn't feel?
Yeah, the energy was off.
Actually, when I was coming up here, there was some guy, and he just like looked at me, and he kind of like probably thought to himself like, you know, not
Who's this alien?
I mean, he didn't say anything. He was on the phone, but like he kind of looked at me.
But you felt the energy. Like,
But I felt that energy. Like I was like, does he know that? Like, does he already know? Like I don't know if he knows, but I'm sure he knows. But just like yeah.
Have you seen Pose?
I get that a lot. I have not seen.
You haven't
Pose.
watched any? I'm sorry, what?
What is the bus?
Okay, Pose is I forget who it's directed by, but it's on Netflix. It has won a significant amount of awards. It is what was going on in AIDS during the AIDS crisis in New York City in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and that how medicine had developed. And when drag started being really big in ballroom in New York City, so there are main characters that are trans, and there's gay men. So it's a drag show, but it really gets into the roots of how much they suffered and how much they are continuing to suffer. Yes, we have new medicine now, but I really didn't know so much about how AIDS destroyed hundreds of thousands of people from the 70s. Like it was just insane.
Well, they were not being treated.
No, they weren't. They were just in the streets, and this show really, it's so diverse in the acting, the dancing, everything about ballroom. Like this is a community of people who were homeless, and dance, the ballroom was a place for them to not only feel safe as transgenders, but to just be able to express who they are freely. And that's what Pose is about, and you have to watch. Billy Porter is the main character, Billy Porter, and it is just, they stopped at 3 seasons, but it brings tears to my eyes thinking about that show. And you know, there are definitely episodes that are gut-wrenching. You know, they're very emotional.
Like touch here. Like you feel it.
Yeah, there are characters that do pass away, but the show overall, the connection that they have in ballroom and outside of, like, I didn't even know that what a house was. It's a bunch of kids who compete in ballroom against other houses in drag, and then they perform in the ballroom, and if you get like the biggest trophy, then you're like the house of the week. Like there's like a Balenciaga house, or these are just examples. And then that from Pose, it turned into an HBO show that is called Legendary now. And that's filmed in LA, and that's where they have actual, it's like a reality show of houses in Los Angeles that are drag queens, and they perform against each other for $100,000.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, Pose is, it's a really good show. And it just talks about the amount of discrimination and violence that occurred in the 80s and 90s against trans women who would go on dates. They would just get stabbed when they would meet at hotels.
Well, it's still happening into that.
It is happening now. Oh yeah, it's still happening now. It is, but it was so, I think, profound for Hollywood to finally make something about this, about what's been going on and how it's still happening. You know, that's why I was sad that they stopped at 3 seasons, but it's amazing. Would you rather be able to talk with animals or speak all foreign languages?
Speak foreign languages.
Okay.
No, you speak to animals, you get more money.
You do. There's like, and every animal in the animal kingdom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Makes them up, yeah.
Yes.
Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button?
Rewind.
Rewind, all right. Would you rather be stuck on a ski lift or on a broken elevator?
Ski lift.
Okay. Would you rather be a kid your whole life or adult your whole life?
A kid.
Yeah, of course. Would you rather have X-ray vision or magnified hearing?
Met the hearing.
Yeah, or you can like hear miles away, or you can see through anything.
Oh, I'd probably see it because I feel like when you too many ears and it's just
true.
like it's a lot, and you're like, whoa, wait, my ears, shut my ears off.
You hear the next 10 house from you that have 6 ears.
That's so true. Awkward. Oh,
Or
so
even
awkward.
with the vision, you can see, you can through.
That's true.
Yeah.
You see it, you just keep walking. I don't want to see any more of that. All right. Would you rather live in a new country every month or never go on vacation ever again?
I would say live in a new country every month.
Yeah.
I like that. I'll try.
Would you rather be forced to sing every song you hear or dance to every song you hear?
Dance every time of it.
And last one, would you rather have 10 years with your partner or one night stand with your celebrity crush?
10 years with my partner.
Yes.
Arya, it was such a pleasure. Thank you so much
Thank you
for just coming on the show, and you're a gift. You're a true light.
Yeah.
We love you.
Being
We
who
love
you
you.
are and just really
Your authenticity, you are light, and we love that about you.
And I just want to let you both know that thank you for you guys for having me here. I feel the same love and the mutual feelings that you just said right now with the both of you. And I'm really lucky to have you guys both in my life.
And the same here. One
Really
last
lucky.
word to anybody who is going anything similar transition as you are doing right now.
Basically, don't second guess yourself. Think about what you want to do and decide if this is it, and keep going and don't give up.
Don't give.
And don't forget to ask why. Woo, woo, woo.